Imagine waking up one morning, checking your accounts. For the first time, you see a six-figure balance staring back at you, $100,000. You've spent years waiting for this moment, assuming it would bring a wave of security and a sudden sense of wealth. But as you look at the screen, the feeling never arrives. You feel exactly as you did yesterday. This is the arrival fallacy. It's a trick our biology plays on us. The belief that reaching a specific destination will finally provide lasting satisfaction. Your brain adapts to new circumstances with surprising speed. Think about the last time you upgraded your phone. The excitement was intense for a few days, but soon it was just a tool. A bank balance follows the same cycle of excitement followed by total normalcy. This lack of fulfillment often triggers a cycle of moving the goalposts. 100,000 becomes 200, then 500,000. Then 1,000,000. You end up chasing a number that never feels like enough. If you treat this milestone as a finish line, you'll stay trapped in an unfulfilling loop. To understand the real value of $100,000, you have to look past the psychological trap and into the actual mechanics of the money. Let's look at what actually changes in a portfolio once it crosses that six-figure threshold. Imagine two people, Alex and Jordan. Alex is starting from zero. Jordan already has $100,000 invested. They both contribute the same amount every month and earn the same market returns. For Alex, the climb to $100,000 is a grind. It relies almost entirely on manual effort and paycheck savings. At this stage, the money isn't doing the work. Alex is. Every dollar of growth has to be earned and saved. But Jordan is experiencing the flywheel effect. At $100,000, the sheer volume of assets creates its own momentum. The portfolio begins generating returns that often dwarf the monthly contributions. This mathematical shift means the journey to the second $100,000 happens much faster. Jordan doesn't have to work harder. The money has simply reached a critical mass where it can finally pull its own weight. This is the moment your labor is no longer the only thing growing your net worth. $100,000 is the point where your capital begins to take over the heavy lifting. Pushing that flywheel until it spins on its own requires more than just math. It requires a specific set of quiet, daily choices. We're used to seeing dramatic stories of overnight success, but the reality of building wealth is repetitive and, frankly, quite boring. It's the result of ignoring market panics, resisting the urge to buy things you don't need, and consistently choosing the future over the present. These are behaviors most people never develop. After years of these choices, something internal changes. You no longer feel like you're trying to save. Instead, you simply become someone who builds wealth. The effort that used to feel exhausting becomes your default setting. Once this perspective takes root, your future decisions align with it automatically. You stop debating whether to invest and start making choices that protect the financial engine you've built. A bank balance is a snapshot of the past, but these ingrained habits are a prediction of the future. The real power isn't in the $100,000 itself, but in the internal rewiring that made the number possible. If you're still working toward that first six-figure milestone, don't let the slow progress discourage you. Stop focusing on the finish line and start focusing on your system. Think of a treasure map. While most people are staring at the X, the wealthy are focused on mastering the path. If you master the path, the system of habits and consistency, you can reach any destination. Even if the finish line moves or the market resets, the system still works. Markets will fluctuate and your balance will change, but the discipline you've built is a permanent asset. The ability to think in decades and ignore short-term noise stays with you, regardless of what the economy does. The $100,000 is a lagging indicator. It is the evidence that you have already built the character required to sustain and grow wealth. The money is just the proof that the transformation is complete. Thanks for watching Ben Talk Finance. If you're building your own wealth-building system, subscribe for more insights into the psychology of money and investing.